We all experience different childhoods. To many, they spark fond memories, while to some, they rather look forward and charge towards the future. If you were given a chance to relive your childhood, would you? Hi everyone, Tousou Caveman here. Ever have those deep late night thoughts that randomly comes just before you sleep? I do, and very often. As I share about one of these today, I'll be unboxing the Nintendo Switch OLED. The earliest memory I had when I was a baby was a hazy one. I remember crawling on the carpeted floor of my old home towards a flight of stairs with 2 or 3 steps. At the top of the stairs stood a towering figure. With my little hands, I reached towards this tall figure. As I was about to reach him, the surroundings of this memory of my father vanished back into the haze. Although this memory doesn't seem much, but somehow it sparked a funny feeling within me, which I can't help but hold it close to my heart. As I sat at my desk, writing this script late at night, many fond memories of my childhood came flooding through my mind. Memories that doesn't seem much at that time suddenly seemed to spark that late night nostalgia feeling. Memories of me simply sitting there in my classroom, listening to my teacher teaching when I was in primary school, became a cherished memory decades later. With that, it really begs the question, why do we want to relive our childhood? Just like the present, the memory of you watching this video right now, could it become a fond memory of yours decades later? As we grow older, it seems that we also experience nostalgia much more often. Why is that so? To be nostalgic of an earlier memory, such as your childhood, could be due to dissatisfaction with your present. We could be thinking about the times we spent with our parents as a child, or the simple days where the only worries we have are just studying and getting through school. As we grow older, we start to experience more things, have more responsibilities, more worries, bigger goals, and growing number of failures. While we wait through these turmoil times, we spend more and more times looking back at the simple old days where we just ran around playing catching at the playground with our childhood friends. However, not every nostalgic instances are sparked due to negative feelings and dissatisfaction of the present, but of the past. Growing up in an average income family, my mom would nevertheless try her best to give me anything I want. However, I learned very early on that despite my wants, I should try my best to alleviate the financial burden that's on my family. Despite my circle of friends getting their new Beyblade, Crush Gear, Pokemon cards, I would simply brush it off and tell myself that I don't want it, despite it not being the case. Whenever my mom walks past the department store with me and asks me if I want one, I simply tell her that I don't. As we walked away, I would always look back and wonder if I should have just said yes. At times, my mom would simply get it for me without asking, like the new Game Boy Advance. Needless to say, I was elated during these times. As newer models came out and the era of the PlayStation Portable came about, I wanted one, but knew it was different this time as it was too pricey. I've always wanted one, and maybe still even today. In present times, I've worked for quite a bit, and I'm able to buy things that I've always wanted. Apart from that Game Boy Advance that my mom got for me decades ago, I've always wanted to get another handheld console. Today, I guess I fulfilled part of my childhood wish by getting this Nintendo Switch. It wasn't simply a new gaming handheld console, but it was something much more to me at this point, and it can be difficult for some people to understand. It marked a point in my life where I'm able to achieve something without worrying too much. I suppose that's why there is a growing number of people getting into retro games, antiques, and oldies music as they grow older, probably to fulfill some sort of wish that they've had when they were younger. Looking back, I was also a very frugal person. I'll spend as little as possible with my given pocket allowance and save the rest. I'll always walk to school every day for 30 minutes and back just so I can save that few cents of bus fare. I would eat out with my friends as little as possible and not spend on entertainment stuff such as games and toys. But as I grow older, I start to become looser with my spending, and if I were to compare it to my past, it may even seem extreme. It may seem like a bad thing to my younger self, but in the present, I find that I may have taken a lot of experiences I could have had away when I was younger, and I'm in some sort of way compensating it right now in the present. With all that said, it doesn't seem that the present is always a bad thing, and the past is always good. By being nostalgic, it can simply be just a reminder of what we have been through to get us to this point, where we are finally exploiting the success of our life. We may not have reached the actual goal of ours, but simply being alive here in the present is a success already. Whether we can achieve the real success that we set out for ourselves is something that we have to work hard towards too. Sometimes, feeling nostalgic is also just part of moving forward. We know that as time passes, we cannot go back. As humans, we only start to appreciate things once it has been lost, and in this situation, that will be the times we spend as a simple little child. With that said, if you have a chance to relive your childhood, would you?